If you're running a WordPress site or any other CMS, a content management system, then most of those systems are written in a programming code called PHP. Now, PHP has versions, different releases. So right now, for example, it's on release 8.1. Every time they upgrade the PHP, they usually increase the speed as well. So to give you an example, before 8.1 was 8.0, then 7.4. The difference between 7.4 and 8.1 is roughly around 15 to 20% different in speed. Now you can imagine that's huge. So if you're running a WordPress site or any other site that uses PHP as the core programming language, then you need to keep a very close eye on your WordPress version. Some hosting providers actually do this for you automatically and take care of it, but you should be taking a manual focus with it as well. And in some systems, you can actually override the automatic settings. So even though the latest version of PHP may be out, I don't recommend you jump straight into upgrading. You need to wait 5 to 6 months before you should ever upgrade to a major PHP version. So now you know the benefit. Let's have a look at how you can check your PHP current version if you're running a WordPress website or from your hosting solution. Let's have a look. The easiest thing in WordPress is to use a plugin. PHP version will give you this plugin here. And if you install it, it'll add a little application to your dashboard. It's a pretty small piece of code and is only running in the admin, so it wouldn't actually impact your speed. If I come up here to my dashboard, you'll see down here it's running 8.0.18. It's also telling you the version of the MySQL database if you scroll over it like that. If you're using something like Cloudways, which is what I highly recommend, then you can come into the settings and packages and then you can have a look at what PHP version you're using here. In this case, 8.0. This site was just migrated across quite recently. It's a new site, and we haven't sort of performed all the latest optimizations on this site. If you're using like Kinsta, then you can see down here on the right-hand side, you can actually see the versions that's available for your PHP engine. Now today I was quite curious and I wanted to know what the exact differences were. So I did a little test. I came into Google and typed in that. PHP version speed improvements charts. It's a pretty spurious search. And right at the top, and I've mentioned Kinsta a number of times, and these are why I recommend these guys. They do come out so much at the top for so many things. The servers are great, the guys are focused, and I came across this great article, which is this one here. And it tells you everything that you probably want to know about what I'm sharing today and so much more. And this is the little chart I was actually looking for. And as you can see in here, 7.2 version 8.1, you can see the increase in speed based across those versions. You shouldn't be running 7.3 or earlier now because it's now expired and there's no support. Support expires for 7.4 in November 2022 from memory. So 8.0 is very good right now, but 8.1 is a good percentage increase on 8.0. So that gives you a good indication about why you should be focused on your PHP. It's got massive speed improvements, and you need to keep it up to date because it does put your site at risk. So keep your version up to date. Don't be too hot, too fresh. Give it 6 months before a major release is taken on by your site, but it will give you speed updates almost every single time.